Hey guys, it's Justine, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite iPad OS 15 features. I do have the public beta now running on my iPad, and I've been using it for a little while now, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys some of my favorite things that I've been loving about iPad OS 15. But I also have another little exciting gadget here. This is the Logitech Combo Touch keyboard. There's a lot of cool features in this that will assist you in turning your iPad into so much more than an iPad. So a huge thank you to Logitech for sending me this to check out and for sponsoring this video. Let's unbox. Ooh, look at this. This is actually very light. Also very light. So the thing that I love so much about this already is the fact that it does have a detachable keyboard. So you're able to just use this as a case, and you can take the keyboard off if you don't want to use this. Cool. So one of the things that I already like about this a lot is it has these outer protective edges, because on some of the other keyboards that I've used previously, they don't protect the edge of your iPad. And I am, I don't want to say reckless, but I'm pretty reckless with my things sometimes. So this is going to be nice to protect all the way around the edge. And it does use the smart connector, so you won't have to actually charge this keyboard. The keyboard will automatically be charged through the power of your iPad. This is very nice. I really like the fabric kind of feel. It's like fabric-y, but not really fabric-y, if that makes any sense. I really like the look of this, and I do like that they left a cutout here up at the top for your Apple Pencil. This has a little kickstand. It's also adjustable. This is saying that the Combo Touch uses an app you do not have installed. Yes, I would like to get the app, please. My keyboard is up to date. Allow. The keyboard is a very nice type. I like that this has a full row of function shortcut keys up here on the top, so you can do things like adjust the brightness, you can search, you can adjust your keyboard brightness, and you can control your content. You can also turn your volume up and down, and you can even lock your iPad right there. So this has 4 different modes. There's a type, sketch, read, and view mode. Also, take a look at this trackpad. This is like, this is a big trackpad. I don't have to be anywhere specific. It's just full click. Look at this. I'm clicking all around town. Another thing that I'm noticing that I really like is when I'm scrolling here on the iPad and I'm actually using the touch screen, there's not a lot of bounce. So this kickstand is pretty sturdy. That's nice. Look, no bounce. Writing test. I will put a link in the description if you guys want to get more information about it. But so far, I'm very impressed. Like, look how nice everything just folds up. It's super compact. It's thin. It's light. And it will protect your iPad all the way around. I think the biggest thing for me, even during the pandemic, was when I started using this basically as a computer. Like, the iPad is so incredibly powerful, and now with iOS 15, there's a lot of really cool features that will help you utilize this to your full potential, to its full potential. But for now, let's talk about some of my favorite features in iPad OS 15. The first feature that I'm such a huge fan of is the way that they've made the multitasking so much easier on here with the split view. I've got this little button up here now, these little 3 dots that you can click that can automatically turn this into your main full screen, but you can go to these various types of split screen. So over here I have just the newsroom article talking about iPad OS 15, and over here I have my book in the Books app. I can make this one smaller, and it's nice because this is kind of like a little floating window, and then the one behind it is the full screen. So you can kind of just figure out very quickly like what you want to have multitasking. I think that I might want to multitask with, I don't know, Apple TV. Did you guys watch Home Before Dark? It was an incredible show. I absolutely loved it. So when you have these things in split view and you go into sort of like your little app switcher, it's cool because that multi-view with Apple TV and Safari actually will stay put, so you won't lose what you were working on in the multitasking split view. This now has some widgets that you're able to add, which is really nice. I'm going to add, let's see, what kind of widget will I like to add? Maybe I'll add some stocks. Do I want to have it be a big boy? I'm gonna have to look at that. Look at that big freaking stock that I've just added to my home screen. Completely unnecessary. The quick notes feature, absolutely love this. Swipe up from the right. I can start a note. I can just quickly do some writing. I can change my colors. And something else that's really new and cool in the notes is you're able to add hashtags, you're able to tag people, so you'll be able to notify them when you make a change. And we use notes for everything. Hello, this is my note title. I like notes, they are fun. Hashtag fun, hashtag notes. So with hashtags and things like that, it's gonna make it easy to be searchable and be able to organize your notes better. I also love that they have a feature where you can tag someone. So if I'm working on a script or a document with my sister or Tyler, I can just tag him in the note and that will push a notification to Tyler to let him know that I tagged him in a note. There's also new memojis. So there's some new Memoji settings. There's obviously some new hairstyles. There's some new headwear and a bunch of different accessories. And there's also clothing. I can choose the colors. That's hideous. Let's do a white. I'm gonna make this one also pink, but maybe like a light pink. That's nice. And you can pick from some new kind of like half body emoji expressions. FaceTime has got an update, so you're able to do grid view if you have multiple people and doing multiple calls. There's also something that's really awesome is you can now share a link, and if somebody doesn't have an Apple device or they're on their PC or they're on a computer, they can use that link to join your FaceTime call. You can also schedule FaceTime calls ahead of time. There's new spatial audio and there's even voice isolation, so it'll be able to remove all of the ambient background sounds and just focus on your voice. But there is another wide spectrum option, so if you do turn that on, you'll be able to hear everything, your voice and the ambient sounds. Share Play is a really fun feature. I know a lot of people like to watch content together, but they might not be able to physically be together. So with Share Play, you're able to kind of hop on FaceTime, it'll sync the video and the audio, so you guys will be able to enjoy this viewing experience all together. I love the new Shared With You feature. So if you have kind of like a group iMessage going on or just texting friends back and forth with a bunch of different content and photos, this will automatically go into your photo library if you choose, so you won't have to go and save every single image individually. This will also work with apps and music and news stories, so anything that was shared with you will now have its new home. Focus is pretty cool. So if you turn focus on, there's a few different options that you can choose from, and each one of these things you can set to do different things. So if I'm driving, I obviously don't want to have any notifications popping up. I don't want to be getting distracted. When you have focus on, you can have the option to let people know that you have this feature on so that they'll know that that's why you're not responding. You have do not disturb on, you have your focus, you are focused, and you'll get back to them when you turn it off. I'm just gonna like permanently keep the sleeping focus feature on forever. The notifications have also been redone. Safari has a big update as well. I like the new Safari tabs right up here. It just kind of gives you more space to scroll, and you'll notice that the little address bar disappears. They've added some really cool enhancements into the Photos app. There's live text, so you're able to live search text that is in photos. So it's using AI to recognize all of the text in these photos. But this is also kind of cool. There's a visual lookup, so this will show you information about your photos. So I'm gonna click on this little doggy. This is Rosanna's dog, Blueberry, and it will look up personalized suggestions from the web, iTunes, the App Store, and let's see what it has to say about Blueberry. It said it's a French bulldog. Yeah, this is cool. They've also updated the interactive memories, which is such a fun little thing. Like they make like little videos and kind of compile them all together. So they're giving you more customization features in that, which is kind of neat. And last but not least, one of my favorite features is universal control. And I can't actually show you this here now because I don't have a computer running the beta of macOS Monterey. But when everything is running together, I can turn my iPad, my MacBook, and my iMac all into kind of one working machine, I guess. It's kind of magic because I can have my iPad sitting to the left, my iMac would be here, and my MacBook would be here, and I can just use one keyboard, one mouse, which is really incredible, especially if you don't have multiple monitors, but you do have multiple devices. These can basically act as external monitors, but they're not actually monitors. I cannot wait to try this out. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look at some of my favorite iPad OS 15 features. I'd love to hear from you guys. Is there anything that you're looking forward to in this latest release of iPad OS or iOS 15 or Apple Watch or macOS Monterey? I'd love to hear it. I'll see you guys in the comments below.